What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of my Hungarian Let's Play, where we're going to be chilling out a little bit and soon going into another war in Italy against Aragon. Speaking of Aragon, his diplomacy is not very good. He's allied to the Pope. We should be able to smash the Pope and take his cash. That would probably be profitable for us, but he's looking pretty weak. And last time we looked at him, he was allied with Morocco. He is now rivaling Morocco. He's fallen from grace a lot, that guy. Used to be a very influential great power, but not anymore. Mostly due to France just ravaging the guy, the poor guy. Man, Bohemia's got in Pomerania's vote as well. So, Bohemia is the main contender for being emperor. And I actually think that's part of the reason that he has not flipped Protestant, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. He usually is one of the main Protestant League members, but this time around, he thinks I could become emperor, and he's not doing it, which is pretty cool. Trying to keep an eye on the empire here. So what a mess it has become. But that's okay. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that war. I realize that we're rooting out a lot of corruption. I turned this up because we were overextended. So our economy is actually a lot better than it looks. And I am totally content rooting out corruption. But let's make sure we're making at least some money, because we don't have very much money right now. If we get an event or something, we'll feel sad bad man. Alrighty. Got my troops, and by the way, we're maintaining our army maintenance, so we're pretty damn wealthy. A lot of that has to do with even our small amount in Genoa, small amount of influence. Our trade income has boosted a lot, making 7.39 ducats in trade, and it's only going to get better from here for sure. That's certainly for Hungary. That's like a personal best, you know. Hungary is not very good when it comes to trading here. Shoot. I wanted to boost our stability, but this modifier has gone away. The inflation reduction is just too good. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. England is at war with Great Britain, but over what? He's attacking Scotland. Alrighty. So they're just going to be chilling at war for a little while. And like I said, our next war is going to be against Aragon. But let's focus on... Nice, we can get 50 admin points. Beautiful. Our focus at the moment is going to be on stabilizing the country a little bit after expanding so hard. And we are converting Constantinople back to Catholicism, which is pretty cool, but it's going to take a long time. Alright, here we'll just spend our imperial authority, as it's going to diminish anyways. Really hoping, guys, our ruler is getting pretty old. We've got a nice heir who's a little bit better, and he's young. Not too worried about that, but I'm really hoping that our dynasty could pick it up a little bit. It obviously started out really strong, as you would expect. Ooh, these buildings are so sick. I really want my economy to improve. Get rid of this corruption and loans so we can start prospering really hard once again. Yeah, hoping for some better luck on our rulers. They have not been so hot. They've been sort of around average and slightly above average in terms of stats. And I would much prefer if they were complete badasses. Alrighty, so we've claimed up... Of course, we're going to get a lot of aggressive expansion for taking this land. And we have some residual from our previous massive war out here. But we've claimed up quite a considerable amount now. Feeling good about that. I'd be, feeling really good if we basically had all of southern Italy. This development is going to help us big time. And of course, we're going to be able to continue claiming against Aragon, which is really cool, because I will make my way out to the Iberian Peninsula, try to grab this before France does, even though it's unlikely. France apparently has the most influence with 32. And that means that he's probably just collecting there, but I don't know. At least he can't pull it out, as it is an end trade node, and therefore in my opinion, probably the best in the entire game, and it has been like that for a while. And that's why I went ahead and went on there early. Once we inherit all of the empire, we're going to get all of these feels good man, and hopefully these as well if we fed the empire into France a little bit. But the reality is, even though this is not optimal, our trading situation was not optimal to begin with. That's the reality. So that's why I'm perfectly happy to do that. Now I wish we were a little bit more affluent, because we're not only going to have to accept one institute, but soon we're going to be embracing 2 institutes, which is going to be really expensive. But I think stealing money from the Pope when we fight Aragon is going to be a good start to paying that off. Alright, finally the Bulgarians revolt. Let's go in and smash them. I've only got 1 general remaining. I really don't want to... I might roll the general from the estate. I don't want to spend my military. We're pretty desperate for military with our damn 1 military. We are focusing it though. Of course, we got the power projection and the advisors. Getting the 8 military per month. Could be worse. But it is not worthy of our great nation. Could be worse, but it certainly could be better. Alrighty, next up we're going to be taking on the Byzantium rebels. And there's some unrest out here as well. And our truce comes up with Aragon in like a year, I think. And I'm going to be looking forward to that war, but let's make sure that we're nice and stable before we go in. Yeah, I would like to reach Valencia. It might not happen, but if we do reach Valencia, we can see Aragon has 12%, and most of that is coming from Valencia, I would say. Okay, we're still making monies, still rooting out corruption slowly. If we can use a trade advisor, then we get that meantime to happen to gain admin and diplo points. That'd be really cool. The other thing is Venice, isn't it? We took that mission. The reason I've been a little bit hesitant is because he's allied to the Knights. But we could just sit on him for a long time. I think we should go in against Venice. Why don't we do that? I bet I only need 1 stack to fight these rebels. I'm going to go in against Venice right now. Our allies can help us separate peace as friends. Bohemia is who I mean by our allies. That will complete our mission, which is some yearly prestige and manpower. We don't actually need those, but I'll keep the claim from this mission. Taking Venice itself, Venice is the leader here, we can see, with 33%, so that's going to increase our influence in Venice dramatically, and we are collecting here. That will give us quite some wealth. This is a profitable war to fight, and let's do it. It is 1 more province of the empire that can be added to the empire, rather. 1 more imperial authority for the late game. Now, Great Britain is in control of the papacy. We have to be really careful that we don't get negative relations with the Pope, because we could get excommunicated, and that would be rip fun times trying to be the emperor. We really ought to watch that. Thankfully he hasn't removed the crusade status from the Ottomans. The other thing is getting onto Venice's capital, but I think we can do it. We'll just have to focus out his friends first. Our fleets, we just lost a fleet there, are probably outdated, are they? Yeah. I didn't actually consider that. Maybe we can't get onto his capital. If we get rid of the Pope, geez, man, his navy alone is, with his 1 province, is ridiculous compared to ours. Waiting on that Karak could make a big difference. I'm trying to build them all in ports of this ocean tile here, or sea tile here, so that we can all go out at once. Alright. The heavy ship should make a big difference to help us. We just need to get onto his capital and he's done. This guy. I don't have Siege General here. Just going to stand back, ready to reinforce this. So I'm hoping the Pope has quite some money. Okay, until the death we get 5% increased military cost. It's not much. Or we lose a bunch of army tradition. I'm actually going to go for the increased military cost. There's no way I'm going to lose 15 army tradition. Pope has some money like I thought. Not quite as much as I would have wanted. I can break his alliance with Aragon in time to go in against him. Yep. I'm hoping that if we super peace the Pope, that we can pick away at the Venetian fleet, waiting on our heavy ship to finish. Bohemia's piecing out this guy up here, who did change his religion. We can convert him back. Sucker. Converting them back does slow down these centers of reformation. You know, he'll probably get converted again, but they have to spend a slot there, you know, converting it, and it takes longer and longer and longer as time goes on. Sort of the resistance to reformation increases as time goes on. That's a beautiful part of being Hungary, man, as well, compared to Austria. You know, Austria, usually, if you're the emperor, you kind of get ravaged by... You get converted up a bit, like here, as we can see, with trying to maintain Catholicism. Getting converted all over the show. He's converted land back to Catholic and then gets converted again. But Hungary, we're far enough away to where we get away scot-free, really. No converterinos are out here, which is pretty cool. Doing some base trading here, but I'm not too worried about it. We can just sit on that. We have to be patient anyway, waiting for our heavy ship to finish. Muscovy gave us a cheeky friendly. A little bit of money there, a little bit of cash. What a bro. Okay, we're being voted for nicely. Just make sure. Yep. Yes, we are. We're being voted for nicely, though. We shouldn't have 2 diplomats idle, though. Chuck one in here. Alright. Before he converted our province. Sweet. Alrighty, so I'm pretty sure at least the 2 heavy ships, guys, we're going to be fine against Venice. We just have to wait a little bit. Sneak onto his capital, and he will be done. Some rebels want to spawn out here. Fair enough. Let's go smash them. Slowly progressing in Constantinople. Slowly progressing. That's fine. The only reason it's so slow is because it's just such a gigantic province. And converting a dude here feels good, man. That should hopefully slow down the Reformation. Catholic. Beauty, mate. Got to remember this guy as well. We got a long truce with him still, 10 years. But we can convert him up for free soon enough. Trier is still a Catholic, surprisingly. Damn. No point releasing this province, as it is Protestant. And getting nearer and nearer to paying off our final loan. And 1.4 corruption. Doing well. Getting on top of that stuff. So I guess I probably need to roll a admiral. Not that far ahead in tech. I will wait. I will wait. Yeah, not doing the best in our tech nowadays. Trying to finish the aristocratic ideas. It's certainly a bit slower than our previous smashing out of our idea groups. This one's been a bit slow and we're falling a little bit further behind, and it's more noticeable as it is, you know, the military tech. but it has to be done. Alrighty. So this here, prestige per conversion is okay, but we don't need prestige. Ship, trade power, propagation. This is something I thought we wouldn't take, but I have been thinking, protecting trade in Genoa, man. I mean, that's going to be big for us. Like, we want to start getting our navy up and going, get some navy tradition. We're about to take the navy tradition decay from this. I want to start getting our navy tradition up, going, and collecting more trade. I will consider that for sure. But the problem is, firstly, I want to get rid of our debt and corruption before I start building light ships. I also want to build some of the more valuable buildings to be built. And that's all while actually embracing not one but two institutes pretty soon, which the best way to do this most likely is to take a bunch of loans, which means we're going to have a bunch of debt to pay off some more. So that could wait, but it's definitely worth. Mercs is good. It's probably the best though, isn't it? It's probably the best. When's our truce coming up? Whoa, only 3 years actually. Alrighty. Let's go for the 5% Merc discipline, heck yeah. Only 3 years with Ottomans. Jeez, for some reason time seems to have gone quickly there. Is it my imagination? Life's good. Gonna go in against the Aragonese soon, hopefully, if we can get onto Venice anytime soon. And soon after that, going against the Ottomans. Once again. Spanderino. I really want to change my focus back to admin when I can. As soon as I can, really. We've got one heavy ship almost finished, the other one's on the way. Great. 10 years of weakening our economy there. Ottomans expanding out east. I'm finding it surprising that he doesn't desire the Iraqi lands. Honestly. They even have the same culture, like fully accepted culture. They were allies a long time ago. I thought when they broke alliance that he would start claiming up his land and wanting to expand out there, but he's too busy trying to expand into Arabia, apparently. I'm going to try to consolidate these while I can. Very nice. Pay off our final loan, making 11 ducats per month. Not the worst at all. I wonder if he's going to be afraid of us when we get a heavy ship. Is this attrition that he's suffering? No. Don't think so. Do not think so. Yeah, let's improve relations with the Pope while we can here. Don't want to get excommunicated by our rival. There's like a modifier that can give you -100, an event rather, that gives you -100 with the Pope. Or something like really horrible. And you usually want to take -100 with the Pope because it's not that bad. But I don't want to do it if it's going to result in excommunication. And I don't want to take... Okay, Protestant League is enabled. Here we go, guys. We get to see really how mad these guys are at us. Let's go take out the Byzantium rebels. Be interesting to see. Denmark leads it. See, that's what would have happened even if we... Wow, Poland in the Catholic League, even though he hates me, I'm sure. Even if we enforce religious unity, you would have to have somehow crushed Denmark, and then in this case, it wouldn't have happened. We could have kept the empire and probably united in the next, like, 50 years or so, or less, 20 years or so. But there's no way to tell that Britain wouldn't have... Like, we've had a good run in terms of the forced conversion, period. There's no way to know. There's no way to simulate that with any kind of consistency. So Austria's in the Protestant League. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes full heretical at some point. He's joining it because he is our rival, not Protestant. But if like Protestant converts his capital, he would probably comfortably go Protestant in that case. Nice, we got some army tradition and navy tradition decay. Disappear Reno. And keep an eye on this. Pretty standard stuff so far. Hoping, of course, that the French, the Muscovites, and so on join. Probably Great Britain will join the Protestant League, which is not so cool. But even if the Frisian Muscovites don't join, we'll be taking them in a defensive war. It'll be interesting to see if Brandy joins the Protestant League. He probably will, even though he's our ally. Now we've got 1 heavy ship here and 8 galleys. Of course, the Venetians have strong naval traditions. He's got 14 galleys. Shoot. I'm going to try and finish these galleys and the heavy ship, and then we'll go in, I suppose. Dude, wasted a bit of time declaring this war, actually. Feels bad, man. Forgot about... I just assumed, guys, honestly, I'm being honest with you guys, like, it was a mistake, but he's 1 province minor. I just thought we could get on his capital, but I was wrong. Oh my goodness. Damn it. Luckily, we're rooting out a lot of corruption, man. I took 2 loans there because I just want to get rid of my corruption at this point. And we're going to have to take some loans to embrace the Institute. I meant to say, luckily, we've got an inflation reduction advisor. We got the modifier from the Pope. So the inflation from the taking loans is no big deal for us, thankfully. But, you know, breaking out of debt and, you know, not for long. Let's get rid of this corruption once and for all. Waiting on this heavy ship being built. I'm confident with 2 heavy ships. We'll be good. Smash the Venetians. I say I'm confident. I hope so. He doesn't have much maneuver in his... oh, Lithuania declares independence. Cool. Cool. So Poland is probably going to get gobbled up quite freely by the Empire. We might see the Teutonic Order declare on him here. He's involved in a war, but yeah, if he gets out of that. Yep, Ottomans joined the Protestant League. Feels bad, man. Gonna wait for stability there if we can. But the League doesn't get hot for quite some time, right? We can jump in against the Ottomans and kind of weaken them and expand into them somewhat. Let's put it this way, guys. At least, let's look at it this way. At least our aggressive expansion is going away. Gives me some comfort while we dilly-dally around. This is a bit of a waste of time, dude. Let's look at the printing press. That's not increasing the speed in which the printing press spreads. Almost there. Just need to defeat the bastard. Let's roll our Admiral. 2 shock. Come on, baby, our 2 heavies. We upgraded all of our fleets, so we should be good. Going to feel really bad, man, if we can't defeat them. I mean, we don't even need to defeat them. We need to force them out to kind of, you know, heal up. You guys know how this game works. You've played it once or twice before. Just need to get on. Wait 1 month for our morale to increase. Let's go. We're not being perfectly time efficient, guys, and it's upsetting me. He's afraid. Yes. Got him, coach. Okay. Blockading this guy will fall in no time. He did build a fort there, actually, so it'll take a little bit there. Thank goodness. Now, we do have the knights to deal with, but the whole idea is that, yeah, he's going to be done, as we said on his capital. If he really doesn't want to give up, hey, Lithuania's a valid rival. Awesome. Any other valid rival option is cool. Power projection's only at 90. We're going to get a bunch when we go to war again against the Ottomans in a year's time. perhaps I should be so bold as to do the Ottomans next. I intended to do Aragon next, but this will give us some aggressive expansion, taking this large province. And we can let it cool a bit, go in against the Ottomans, and then back into Aragon. It just goes to show that we've been quite time inefficient. And it's nobody's fault but my own. Whoa. Brandy almost fully annexing Pomerania, who was a Catholic. Feels bad, man. He's also an elector. Yay! France in the Catholic League. Heck yeah. Good times. And of course, that's all thanks to us allying France, guys. Just like I called it. If we didn't ally him, we would have been the only valid rival, and he would have tried to wreck our base. Okay, these military points are available. So, let's try to grab them. But we've got to make sure to manage it perfectly. What is it? 75, isn't it? I think it's 75 plus. So, this is 20, which puts it at 67, and then we need 10. Shoot, dude. Okay, if we get it at 50, we could give them land. That's what we could do. So we can boost it by 20, essentially. Or 15. But 15 and 20 combined is 35. Which is too much. It's over 80. Okay. So we need 55 is what we're looking for. Let's give him some land. Where exactly? Here. Unaccepted culture, why not? Let's go. 50. This region is in Genoa, guys. Worth-ish. Not really worth. It's a weak area. But we've got plenty of states. It's in Genoa at least. Wow. It's like nothing. Oh my goodness, damn it. It's because the development is so low. Try to get those military points because I just feel like they're very valuable. Probably do some removing of this guy's in some time. 150 military. There we go. Help us catch up there. Oh, that was awkward. I don't like giving so much land to the nobility. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably remove some of that in some time here. So they're at 20% of our country and it doesn't do that much for us. Okay, corruption is finally gone. Woohoo! It's been a long time, dude. I'd say we're officially out of the pit. I mean, we've got 2 debt, 2 loans, but we're making money even while maintaining some troops. Very soon going to go in against the Ottomans. He has the ally of Denmark, but that's nothing. It's just war score for us, quite frankly. Bohemia will smash him in the future here. So let's get Venice out. We've got to be a little bit more productive, dude. I don't feel very good about how we slowed down there dramatically. At least we did have some aggressive expansion. We're about to get some back. We haven't been that inefficient, but when I do start developing with my admin, that's when I start feeling pretty uncomfortable, guys. Like, we shouldn't be developing with our admin when we can be expanding. There's our truce with the Ottomans. I wonder, how many favors do we have with France? Wow, nice. In the period of time that our truce goes, we get enough favors with France because we're that powerful. So we can for sure call them in if we desire. as he's still rivaling him. You can also call in Russia. Uh-oh. Russia and France do not have good relations. Make sure to keep our relations up with them. And I've got to watch the Empire as well. Hey, Prussia forms. Cool. Prussia on the map, and it was the Brand Beast who did it. Be interesting to see if he does join the Protestant League War. I mean, I assume he would, but I mean, he's our ally and he's voting for us currently, so it's pretty cool. Wow, wow, dude, we're killing it on some of these elections. Like, they're not even close to voting for somebody else. Good stuff. That's what I like to see. I also want to see this province be bloody well sieged down for once in my life. Thank you. Not sure if we can... Ah, nice. War's gone on for so long. 1,000 ducats feels real good, man. Beauty, guys. Woohoo! That was worth it in the end. Not very time efficient. Feeling awkward about that. We can now embrace one of these, and then we got another one coming down the line, right? Feels good, man. So tech is pretty cheap nowadays. And next episode we're going to be gearing up. Nice, that's a nice mission. Create a proper fleet. I intend to do that with our excess affluence. Start protecting some trade in Genoa. These two forts, I'm going to delete this one on the mainland, and we'll have one on Venice here. That's a good spot that people can walk onto, and we can stack wipe them, like bait them in there, stack wipe them by blocking the strait or whatever. So cool, very good, very, very good. That's a huge province to develop, but to core up, but we've got the reason it's so expensive is the development, and it's the part of our area. But now our influence in Venice is pretty high, and of course we're collecting 13% of 14. That's pretty cool. And as it cores up, we add it to the burghers. It's going to be even better. Speaking of adding it to the burghers, there we go. So next episode we're going to be going once again into the Ottomans. We can call in Russia and France with our favors. Going to make our life so easy. Denmark is his ally, but that's nothing but free war score. He's going to walk around getting smacked by our allies. So the question is... Yeah, he's a tech ahead of us. We're almost ready to tech up. How strong is he? 62,000. Can't underestimate him, guys, but we've got a fair amount of money, a lot of manpower. We're going to build our forces up, go in against the Ottomans once again, and hope take just about all of the Balkans, I imagine. Probably not all of it in one war, but just about all of it, I imagine. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you being here. I'm having a lot of fun. That felt really good, getting 1,000+ ducats from Venice. You know what? Screw it. Let's pay off a loan. And, yeah. I'll see you in the next episode where we begin a war once again with the Ottomans, taking them down a notch and weakening them before the Protestant League War goes hot and requires us to, you know, not be able to expand into them. That will be awkward. Part of the reason I want to go into North Africa, guys, as well, which we'll be doing soon down the line, is so that when the Ottomans, we're not blocked out, and then we don't have to take on the whole Protestant League to declare war on them. Going to begin expanding into these theatres as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying as much as I am. I appreciate you being here. See you in the next episode.